everybody, and welcome back to episode number 2 of this series, visiting every station on the Aylesbury to Princess Risborough line. What's this? A voiceover? Yes, that's right, your ears don't deceive you. From now on most of my YouTube videos, I will aim to try and give you a voiceover describing about what's happening in each video and giving you a bit more context. Now, a bit of history about the line. The Aylesbury to Princess Risborough line is a railway branch line between Princess Risborough and Aylesbury in Buckinghamshire, England. The line is single track throughout with a maximum speed of 40 miles an hour. The line was built as a single track broad gauge branch of the Wickham Railway in 1863. The branch became part of the Great Western Railway when the latter took over the Wickham Railway in 1867. The GWR converted the line to standard gauge in 1870, and the branch line was incorporated into the newly formed Great Western and Great Central Joint Railway in 1906. Network South East made the branch part of its Chiltern subdivision in the 1980s. Now, back to the video at hand. You join me as we are walking away from Princess Risborough as we begin our walk through the countryside and the housing estate to the nearby station of Monks Risborough. Seen here arriving into Princess Risborough is one of Chiltern Railway's Class 168 Clubman class of trains arriving in from Oxford Parkway. On the day of filming, trains were only operated between London Marylebone and Oxford Parkway, therefore giving a very limited service for anyone wishing to travel into London Marylebone that day. Seen looking towards the housing estate that is joint to Princess Risborough station, we can see a small overflow car park on the left hand side for any commuters in the morning. Seen here arriving into Monks Risborough is one of Chiltern Railway's Class 168 Clubman trains. Arriving from Aylesbury, heading towards Princess Risborough in a southbound direction. This two-car train shuttles between Aylesbury and Princess Risborough through the majority of off-peak services, providing an essential link between the two cities. Well, towns really, speaking honestly. Monks Risborough is very much an old-style station built on the old wooden sleeper complex. Despite it only being basic, it still manages to provide essential information through both penalty fare notices, station signage, and a network map, as well as an access bill ramp. The station includes a small shelter out the front with the classic red and white bars and arrows sign. Another sign here explaining the facilities of the station, as well as a reminder of the penalty fare. There's also stairs access to the station, which can be situated on the right hand side upon arrival. Seen here is a mirror which is used by the drivers upon dispatching, as well as a yellow salt bin on the platform. As mentioned before, it's a very basic layout of the station with a single platform and very minimal facilities. Yet, it still manages to provide a London Tube Services map for anyone travelling into the capital. Great work, Chiltern, as well as a bench. We also get station signage as well as a dot matrix indicator for the next train, which I don't know if you can make out, but that is still showing the Princess Risborough train as we just saw leave the station, as well as the signage for the direction of travel and an excellent views of the track towards Aylesbury, as well as the track back down to Risborough. As previously mentioned, the line was upgraded, so you can see here a shot of a rather wet line with a concrete sleeper and ballast formation. The station sits right on the edge of a housing estate, so anyone in the nearby villages don't have very far to walk at all. How convenient! We also have a mini help point on the station for anyone requiring information, as well as a general notice board with onward travel information. Changes to your travel due to industrial action, as well as engineering works information, and another bench and silt bin. We also see station lighting here, as well as some more field views. As before mentioned, it's right on the edge of a housing estate, so these locals don't have very far to walk. Let's take a walk down the accessibility ramp to see the difference and how this can help people with lesser mobility access the station. The ramp itself is rather long, giving a not very steep approach to the station, which is ideal for those people in wheelchairs. I do personally find some of the accessibility ramps up and down the network a joke, saying a 45-degree angle is what someone in a wheelchair will be able to push up on their own. Absolutely ridiculous. So, getting towards the end of the ramp now. As we turn right, we go straight onto the main road, which is great access for the station. Seen here, arriving in a northbound direction is our Class 168 Clubman train, which will take us to Aylesbury. Lovely toot from the driver there. And we can be seen here departing away from Monks Risborough. Thank you very much for joining me for episode number 2 in this mini-series. Please be sure to like, comment on this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel, button below. In the description below will be a link to episode number 1, as well as a link to the playlist where you can find all 4 videos in this mini-series.